people did with this one, because this one's interesting. So it's a so those are clouds, and a spaceship is being launched amongst the clouds. Oh, a big dinosaur friend, chilling out with some trees and the sun. That is very smart, Pull My Udders. I love that interpretation. He's just chilling. He's just a little sleepy dinosaur friend. Parting person said, just a dude and shapes. You know, just dudes and shapes. Isn't fancy. Nothing fancy. Now it's like a ghost Elvis and some other ghosts. Very good. Very good from Fish Tank. Sonic or Supersonic says, it's a little dude watching water leak up on his friend. The friend doesn't seem to mind, so he's taking it in stride. And then Nitro, to what she has. Oh, it's an artist palette. Yes, we're painting some Easter eggs. Which, let's be honest, Christmas is done, New Year's is upon us soon. Easter will be here before you know it, friends. Oh no, it's not Easter. It's an N64 controller. I see it now. Or some kind of controller. But yes, it's a large controller. I said it's a polar bear putting together an upside-down snowball, or snowman, for some reason, with his bat friend. I don't know, it made sense at the time. Only a few months away, yeah. Like, I guess, what, 3.5 months away? I mean, before that we'll have, what's it called? We'll have Valentine's Day, and a few other, like, noteworthy things, but, yeah, Easter is always, it always is here before we expect it to be. But I'm actually okay with that, because that means that is, like, the beginning of spring. I like springtime. It's probably my favorite time of the year, weather-wise, at least. It's kind of fun, like, watching the flora around us spring to life, literally spring to life, after being sad and dead throughout all of winter. Here was, by the way, this was It's Me's beginning, and I actually like this beginning a lot. Just a couple simple shapes, fish tank with more coral reefs, very nice. Got the fishies around it. That's actually, yeah, it's a good interpretation. I like that one a lot, actually. I said just mini golf. Just mini golf, nice and simple. Although they look like large legs, not really like putting irons, but you know what I'm going for. And we have some Diglets, which is good. I like the upside down Diglet. I mean, really, a Diglet's perspective is only for them to decide. This guy's just mad. Oh no, he's like disappointed. Oh, and he's mad though. He's got the vein. Son, I am disappointed, or at least judging us harshly. Oh, another sassy Sonic character giving us the eyebrows. If you catch my drift, very good, Pull My Udders. I love it. I love like how seeing like different ways to incorporate something like this into an image. It's so unique. Yeah, little pig friend. It's a little piggy. Little pig-o friend who's just looking at us with those eyes that say like, dude, what the fuck, man? I see you making jokes about bacon. He's inside your home right now. Who is it? He is. That's who it is. We got two left. One from Supersonic and one from Pull My Udders. I'm trying to think who might have done which one. Which are the ones that I have not seen? Oh, I think this is one I only barely got in. Yeah, I made this the octopus versus fish. One of other people went that route too. I had to go out of my way to make the octopus work, but I think we did an okay job. Obviously, we had lots of little faces. Oh, it's Santa and his elves. Yeah, I see it now.
We are finally getting in court. God damn it! Is things are things being scruffed here? Things being scruffed? I think things are being scruffed. The scruff is real. Scruff is very real. All right, scruff is fixed. I am here. Hi. Welcome to some more Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And we're finally in December. That means Christmas hat is officially appropriate. And no, I will not be taking it off until Christmas Day. Well, the thing is, I'm probably not going to be streaming on Christmas Day. My last stream will probably this year actually will probably be the 23rd, which will be the final part of a big event that I'm hoping to turn into a tradition. So yeah, tonight is, I guess you could say part one of the two-part finale. Maybe. So yeah, you guys all know my ringtone. All right. Let's face it. Who thought my ringtone was the Perkin of dark colored coffee? The ringtone version. You father on, you fools! If you thought that, I have the Steel Samurai. It's so much catchier and so much funner. Yeah, but I didn't pick up that call because it was the potential spam, and I'm not in the mood to call people right now. So, anyways. Welcome. Like I said, I was just saying we are doing the Great Ace Attorney tonight. We're finishing up parts. We're going to be working on, we're going to be doing the first part of Trials here. Just a second. Yeah, this is the two-part finale of Adventures. Not of the Chronicles, just of Adventures. So, buckle down, the actual finale is Saturday. So, get your buckets ready, get your popcorn ready. I totally forgot to bring my water from the kitchen, but that's fine. I'll grab it when I need it. Which might be soon. So, if you see a break at some point, that's where I am. I'm getting water. And by the way, Alexa, tell us an interesting fact. Alexa, volume 7.
Marie Cooper's family won an impressive 5 Nobel Awards. Marie Cooper and her husband, son-in-law, and daughter each received one. This family clearly had the winning formula.
So yeah, that is our interesting fact about Nobel Prizes or whatever. So, I don't know where else to go, except let's switch over to the gameplay. Alright, when I woke the following morning, Sato-san was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. Typical Joey morning. And so began an even longer day than the last. One that the one that I will remember for the rest of my days. 17th April, 9:32 a.m. The Old Bailey, the defendant's chamber. Good morning, Gina. Right. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. So where's your friend then? She already told you she was going back to Japan. Sorry? Are you referring to Iris, my scary little 10-year-old? The scary little 10-year-old that I run around with sometimes. You know, in the fancy dress. It's called a kimono. You know? Sasaro, or however you say it. I don't know. To be fair, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I go Sato. Ah, Miss Sato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. You're right with that, Soya? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off. That's too late. She already left, like, 5 hours ago. It's fine. She's already gone. It's not as though Misato and I won't meet again one day. Even so. But you, Gina, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two. Hi, Iris. How are you feeling, Jeannie? You managed to sleep? Iris, what are you doing here? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time she's in this. What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Wiggy? Meow. Ah! Maggie! Great way to show your support, kitty. Let him have another round. Well, what harm can you do? Oh, that reminds me. I brought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? No, it's the good news, the bad news in disguise, and then there is no good. Guys, if you don't know, I'm referencing Sword Art Online Bridge. Well, the folks got the good news and the bad news. The good news is we're in debt to the mob. Oh, wait, that's bad news. And there is no good news. What do you say, Runo? Ginny? Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. I like the way Runosuke thinks. Nah, I'll take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. Yes, that question always gives people's personality. Let's not go there. Let's go there another time. You know, when we're not having to go on trial. Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? The bad news was a weather report? So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover, and then that the train isn't delayed on the way to the port. Gosh, yes. Hopefully Sato is okay. Alright then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to start this afternoon. Even if the train's delayed, it should be able to make up for the time later. Well, is that good news? Is it? Yes, that is good news. I couldn't give a monkeys, really. Only good news can cancel out the bad. Oh, and look! This trial has made the headlines too! Pawnbroker perishes and pickpocketers plunder, see? It says, how would you like to know that? Let them say what they want. See if I can. I can't, because you're covering your face. And don't worry, Smyrna will show everyone soon that this headline is nonsense. I will? I mean, yes, I will, definitely. Yep, we're here to prove your innocence. And then in tomorrow's paper, the headlines will be... Discharged diver is dauntless good doer. Isn't that right, Reno? Maybe not that. But... Oh, yes. Well, let's hope so. Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. I don't know how well I'm gonna do without Sato next to me. How was that? Was I trying to sound like Susie? Did it work? Did it? Maybe just stand next to me and have a book of, like, all the knowledge, okay? It's like she was still here. Today's paper has... Okay, awesome. Okay, I don't have time to examine it right now. Good luck then, Rono. I'll do what I can. Hold on. Okay, so this was just a case summary. The Hounds of Breakersville. That's right. I used Eddie's notes to write it. I think it was a great story. It's a great story. I don't know why Hurley is forbidden me to publish it. No, it's strange, isn't it? Perhaps the problem was the title. Perhaps Mr. Shums is a family friend of someone who has that name or something. Well, it doesn't have quite the same ring to it, but I could change it to the Hounds of Nadados. I'm fairly sure that Shums is a friend of someone who has that name too. Pawnbroker perishes. Pickpocket or plunder. How awful. Regini, I mean. But tomorrow's headline will be discharged over as dauntless do-gooder, right? Yes, something like that. If possible, I would like to go even bigger. Bigger? How? Her pickpocketer protects plant most post-trial, perhaps. Protect plant alignment. I can't wait for tomorrow now. It'll be so great! There's the sensational story lower down in the front pages. Oh, look! Ministry moles, certified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice for a 10-year-old. Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news. It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations. Communications are being intercepted. Why would somebody be doing that? That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with three possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Rono? No! Of course not! Nope, not at all. We're happily a lawyer, you know? I mean, we're doing this to honor a dead friend, but still. I wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday. Yes, it could be. It could explain why Grexy has running from the pillar to post at the moment. Awesome. I knew it was a good idea to examine evidence. I'm very sure. I'm very still sure that this green blood is Sholmes. Okay. Well, good luck. I'll do what I can. Obviously, I don't know the laws like Susie does, but still. I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement. I'm not sure that big thing is comforting as you think it is, to be honest. But, thank you, Iris. It's very kind. That's very kind. Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Ginny? Well, I was wondering, that's all. About Chomps. Did you fix them up alright? Yes. The operation was a great success. But Hurley still hasn't come around yet. Yeah? I asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up. I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news. Oh, right. Not Tatastan. No, Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime. You hear that? Tell him to me! That never said all! Nope, not at all. Miss Gina Latterstrait, counsel for the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom. It's time now. Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris? Lead the way, Rono. Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory. If I learned anything from a great friend, that th April, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty, her Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Latterstrait. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready. Lord Von Cheek, my lord, remind me how many years ago that it was you that you withdrew from public prosecution service. It was some 5 years ago, my lord. Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly, and here you are again today. Now, there's some circumstances of which the court should be aware of to have led to this erratic behavior. In what might one describe you as a former life of 5 years past, you dealt excessively with manners that cornered the most highest electron of society and government. Really? Yet today, you choose a simple case of burglary and murder. I confess I find it more a little befuddling. There's 2 types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those two wealthy scoundrels who hide behind the mask of philanthropy to treat the public at large. He means Mr. McGill, who defended against the Reaper 2 months ago. Yes, I just managed about to work that out. Thank you. Dang, Mr. Gill. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. I would have let him die. If I only said yes to defending him because I didn't know anything about the case. And second, even more loathsome, those wildy scoundrels who masquerade as allies only to effect the total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confident tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East, the Nipati. Oh! why he would reappear. I thought it had some connection with Kazuma. I knew it was gonna have some connection to like Kazuma or something. I had that in the back of my head. What? Did he really just say that? Two? It's crazy, man. He just said that. He means you now, Rono. Yes, thank you, Iris! I think I understand. I actually managed to work that out, too. Thank you, Iris. And total betrayal? What are you talking about? In my defense, Von Sheik, I had no idea that McGill was a guilty-ass man. But now I do. So. To the look of hatred in Lord Von Sheik's eyes. Was that directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people? An alarmingly scattering explanation, Lord Von Sheik. Still, the Judicial welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, feared by all Londoners' mouthfurs. Your lordship is too kind. Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Mr. McGill, we recognize about all of these people. Former lieutenant of the British Army here, don't you know? Chaps who like me were born with clean cuttery, and clean conscience. His lordship's motto is appropriate here, I see. Everything it will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely everything, and I'm ready for it. I don't understand it. I can have it left in here. I can't have it left here. It's not possible, can I? Woman indisciple in society. Stop. The female-centric future awaits. Stop. Good day. I'm visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to the Crystal Towers, please. I know he looks Russian. I know, but I'm getting a very heartened look from jury number 6. Jury number 6 is a little sketchy. But guys, come on, we know jury number 1 and jury number 2. Is something wrong, Rono? Oh, not exactly. It's just I know jury number 1. I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact. Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? But it's quite strange. These jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know? So I've been left to believe, but something tells me I'm being duped. Very well. Now, Lord Von Sheik. The court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case. As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been more a self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pops Winbanky, property proprietor of the pawn shop on Baker Street was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there has been a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. The evidence suggests that the bullet was pierced the man's heart, resulting in a near-death instant death. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a racing diagonal trajectory. And what's that supposed to tell us? It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Gina can't be... Hold on. Nope. I mean, here's the thing. If you compare, like, shots of Gina and Mr. Wimbanker, Mr. Wimbanker does seem like kind of a short person, you know? Someone like the accused, you might say. Oh! The prosecution wishes to print the officer report and the crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord. Indeed, the court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff. I now ask the court to return its attention to the plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. The property was found in the storage room where they kept the articles he pawned to him. A windowless room with a single point of entry, a door to the main shop that was found locked. In this sealed chamber, there was only two persons present. The victim, Mr. Wimbanky, and the accused. Wait, can I see that photo? Can I see that map again? Can you present that map into evidence? But can you please present that map to the can you present that map as drawn to the court records? We need to see it again, because I need to do some explaining. It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet. Well, that's that then, isn't it? Nothing more to say. The swiftly dragged to live in the 70s then. Oh well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood in her hands then. What is jurors waiting for? The girl's guilty as hell. We can't just jump to conclusions here. We must assume her guilt because of what she has to do to survive. My learned omnipotence friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. Everyone's jumping to conclusions here! Okay? Can we all agree everyone's jumping to conclusions? Okay? Can we agree? Everyone's jumping to conclusions. The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Finally, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses. Thugs. Good gracious! After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pick purse or cold hard killer. Here's to establishing the truth. Don't worry, Gina, I'll do both. I'll prove your innocence and I'll establish the truth. Everyone will be happy. The court will take the floor plans and firearm into evidence. Thank you! I need that! I need the floor plan. At once, my lord. I need that. I need to prove stuff. This isn't good. It isn't. Guys. Okay, so I need to do some explaining here. So, according to the Obster report, Mr. Winbanky's was shot in the right. Okay, hold on. Does it say he was shot from the back? I need to. Time of death. Reporting party. Renosuke Naruto. Oh, yes, in the upper half of the victim's back. Yes, it does say in the back. Okay. So. Oh, sorry, wrong button. I have some explaining to do here. Alright. So. This is where Winbanky died. Okay? He was shot in the back. It was pretty much an instant death. Instant death, you know, falling over and dying right away. Meaning there would be no time to say getting off of like the wall or something. Because if you stand him up, he's like really close to the wall. He would have been like really close to the wall. Gina wouldn't have the top. I don't think Gina would have the possibility to get behind him to do the shot. Aren't I a great murderer? Also, let's examine the gun. This is Winbanker's gun. The cylinder is completely empty. Mr. Winbanker always used to keep his gun on hand on his shop counter. Yes, but only with ever a single bullet loaded. I understand. That's right. To keep all the pawn articles that were in his care safe. But his one bullet was fired that night. The poor man lost his life. Was he protecting his shop, I wonder? Trying to keep the articles safe? Alright. Guess this is good. It really is. I feel like the moon has turned very gloomy all of a sudden. Oh no. I think that's because it has. Let us begin. Bring forth the witnesses to the fool murder of Pat Winbanker on the 16th of April of this year. I mean, in my defense. Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. Names: Nash Scullin. Occupation is Betty. Profession is Betty. Names: Augusto Scullin. Occupation Sim. That's good. Occupation Betty. Profession Betty. Profession Sim. Vice Garkson, Scotland Yard Inspector. That's right. For what they call Three Scullin Brothers. Garkson's just like, I'm not having this. I'm not one of them. Garkson's like the complete opposite of you two. You guys are baddies and he's an inspector. What are you looking at me for? What? Don't let me in with you lots. Oh, blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what you're going for? It's all the brother. Lost counting with them we have. We scouted every shady corner of the capital. And then last night we came across you, the very spit of the bloke, in that right, Ringo. Yes, it is Nash. There he is, the very spit of him. So then we decided, then and there, what we gonna do? Because we got you the call. Big Brother Scully. Oh, come on, leave it out, you two. Scully Scullin. What? And that's before he ran out of chips. Well then, Inspector Scully Gregson. I beg your pardon, my lord, but the name is Tobias. What I would like to know, Inspector, is what are you doing in the witness stand? Scully and brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft. Good, as they should. I didn't let them get away. I let them get away, Munchik, and I'm so sorry. These, there they are. These three. No, my lord. Begging your pardon. Please don't let me in with these lots. And 2 nights ago, these two brothers illegally entered an establishment with an intent to burgle. And in the courses of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime. Yeah, they absolutely did it. They killed him. Yep, one of these 2 lots it killed him. Absolutely. And the other one shot Jones. By Job! Do you mean say? What an extraordinary coincidence. Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, these witnessed the perpetrator's murder. Objection! Order! Order! The various trespasses of these 2 brothers is not subject of today's proceeding, so they will naturally face trial in the very near future. With your lordship's permission, I would like to remain in the stand to keep these gents on the straight and narrow. Of course, Inspector. Spectacle as I am about the collapse of the witness, I will permit them to take a stand. Mr. and Mr. Scullin. Well, you will now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question and what exactly you saw. Obliged to! Because the Scullin never Scullin! Get out of it. Illegal entry. We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and guess the door was ajar, you see? It was like some kind of sign, begging us to go in. But once we got inside, blimey, love me, we heard a gunshot from the back room. We went to see what's what, but the door was locked from inside. We never done nothing, Governor. We took nothing. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet. Objection! I, the counsel for the defense, can prove otherwise. I was there. I chased you 2 down. A terrible coincidence, it would seem. The present moment the miscreants entered the property, there was an even more sinister crime was afoot. The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. Objection! I object! I need you to remind me I was the one who reported the crime! The door preventing access to the storeroom is the main shop from the main shop is indeed locked from the inside, and within, only two, and the victim and the accused were found. I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. OBJECTION! Still, the defense may cross-examine the witness now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Loudly, counsel. Yes. What's the matter, Rono? I think Rono's got it figured out. Don't worry, Iris. I think Rono's got it figured out. But bullshit. Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair in the stand. I know that's all nonsense because I saw it with my own eyes. I'll just have to expose their testimonies for the pack of lies it is. We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the door was rough, you see? No. What a fucking press. The front door of Windbreakers was ajar, you say? At what time of night this was? Must have been about 1. Right, Ringo? Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Scully? How would I know? The place wouldn't have been shut at 1 in the morning, like every other shop in town. Well, what's pushed back inside true? Ain't that right, Ringo? I'm not sure, Nash. I seem to remember it a little light of burning inside. What about you, Scully? Mucker? Leave me alone. Poor Gregson! There's definitely was a small light burning inside. That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place. And when these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Latterstray, had already muzzled her gun. Had the muzzle of the gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection!
That's your conjecture! Perhaps, but it changes nothing. These brothers had eventually wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder, simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside. Right, that's what happened. It was like some kind of sign begging us to go in. It was. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to present evidence. I'm here to press right now. What are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in? Well, God moves in mysterious ways, they say, don't they, Ringo? They do, Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of providence, I reckon. God's will often presents itself as the will most sees, does it? It weren't no whim. I'm dead sure of that. It weren't, Nash, it weren't. Like I said last time. You just don't find doors in the middle of the night open like that. Nah, there were no two ways about it. It was a sign that a long-lost brother was inside. And not very good liars, are they? Well, you can't deny it. Led us to a bloke who was just like our blood rub. I said, cut it out. Those chips are getting a chopping today. At least they're not that anger towards us. But once we got inside, Lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room.
Hold it!
A gunshot, you say? And just one. Are you sure about that? Yep, just the one, Governor. And sorry to that. I'm a lawyer, not a governor. It was Nash, it was. Ain't that right, Bluff? The firearm used to belong to the victim himself. Yes, Mr. Wenderbig obviously used to use this gun lying around in the counter. Right, I remember. When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds. That makes sense. Mr. Windbaker always used to say he ever only kept a single bullet left. That's true. I remember him saying that as well. So we can say without considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from their firearm to be used as a murder weapon. Yes, my lord, we can. And I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hands of the chief. You like to bring that up, Funchy. Wonderful. Yep. We went to see what's what, but the door was locked from inside. Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom? My learned friend has any difficulty grasping the situation. Perhaps a drawing would help. Sitting the shop entrance from the street, there's only one other door, and that's the storeroom. Of course, there was only one little oil lamp burning. Not much to see by. The door was hidden from behind a curtain wall. That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door? Yeah? Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I'd think. Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo. Well, Nash, yeah, I suppose you would have to say we ain't normal, eh? Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways when you're in gunshot or scream. The timid flee, grasping by fear, while the courageous investigate, see if they might help. These gentlemen are the latter in the incarnation. My learned Nipton's friend, it would seem, is of the former. Alright! Somehow I just proved that I was a coward at that night. In my defense, Shams told me to run! Shams told me to chase after them! Thank you, counsels. Gosh, the judge thinks I'm a coward. So I believe we're all in this understanding that the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witnesses. We never done nothing, Governor. We took nothing. We left after that, nice and quiet. Objection! You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story? No, it was just as well soon that as this, wasn't it? It was, Nash, it was. Didn't ever have time to pull me dukes out of me Lucy pockets. So, there was no time to take your hands out of your pockets, you just left. Nice and quietly, you say. That's right, Governor. Nothing we hate more than violence. Peace-loving nibblers we are, not burglars. We are, Nash, we are. Never ever pulled me a dukes out of me Lucy pockets. So you clearly like us to believe. Eh? Come again? As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? Say a detective, a judicial assistant, and the lawyer. A lawyer and his judicial system. And did you not fire a gun at that person? He's referring to Shams! There was 3 people, Renosuke. You did not go there alone. You went there with Shams and you went there with Sato. Saints alive! They fired a gun, you say? There's a reason Mr. Shams cannot be here today, Your Honor. Ah! You ain't good liars, you fucks! Oh wait, I shouldn't say fuck, we're in court. Blind me, Governor! You ain't telling us it was you in the doorway? It wasn't. You shot, Mr. Detective You just shot Detective Herlock Sholmes! It was. Why, bleeding Nora? at the London's greatest detective, Herlock Sholmes! A shot to the great patrol, Mr. Sholmes? I heard that, actually. There was rumors that he's been rushed into the hospital. Great Sholmes. That's beyond pale. On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious counsels rapidly gave them away. And when searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of being shot and fired from it. The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers. Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder surrounded around the muzzle, as you say, counsel. The court will hold this weapon as evidence. Shit! Only a single gun. Shit. Hold on, I need to investigate things. So, there is an ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver 6-cylinder. Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it. Exactly. The bullet has hit Hurley. A bullet hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it? Yes. It all happened almost as soon as we walked through Wimbek's door. I'll make those brothers pay. There's gotta be something more to it. Yes? Here's to your successful presenting of evidence. Or yes, there was a telltale sign of spent powder in this gun. A single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny of this trial.
Objection.
Well, I don't need evidence! I saw it with my own eyes! Because I was there!
Objection.
However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. Objection, Your Honor! Fuck! Shit! Stop! Shit! Fuck! 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 Sato is not here. Sholmes is not here. Fuck! I am the only one who was there! If the defense fails to provide evidence in the support of this rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and then move on. Evidence that these two fired that gun before they left when making the blood samples! We can provide the unknown one! But we don't know who that is. I'm fairly certain that it's Sholmes' blood. I'm certain of it, but no one knows that yet. Because we haven't had a chance to examine Sholmes' blood. What evidence shows that the witnesses unloaded a firearm into the pawnbroker's shop that night?
Take that.
This evidence is in this portfolio. What on earth have you there, counsel? During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of blood stains. Not trusting the police to do their job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Neptune's of you. Objection, Your Honor. This was Iris's idea, and she's indeed not Japanese. But her father was killed in Japan. Well, anyways. blood samples we found and recorded the results in this portfolio. And you claim to have evidence in this court. And you're claiming the evidence the court is demanding is therein? Yes, my lord. No more delaying then, counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded a firearm at the scene?
Take that!
What is that? Explain! It's a photographic print taken at Wimbanky's pawnbrokery at the day of the incident. From the scene of the crime, is it? Is that a bullet hole? And my eyes do not deceive me. It appears to be a bullet still lodged in there. Yes, as your lordship noticed. The bullet pierced Mr. Wimbanker's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death. The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight, but this indicates a separate shot has been fired some time after the calendar has been set to the 16th. That's right, and while it wasn't unfeasible, the defense believes that incredible witnesses that the witnesses did fire a round from their gun at the pawnbrokers that night. Yeah! Order! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Von Sheep? I know exactly how he's gonna turn this around. Guys, this sucks. Like, he's gonna just crush all of the hard work Renosuke has been doing with one simple thing. And that's great. That it's discovered that they shot a gun, but they only shot once, and that's the bullet that went into Sholmes' shoulder. So the firearm, Wimbanky's death was definitely Rengo's the murderer. That's what I think. Yeah, the music stops, so this is where Von Cheek is going to be like, yeah, that's great and all, but if that's the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objections. Because you can shut it all down with one statement, and I know that. What? Alright. But you'll forgive me for flinging my hollow chalice at the dank that the purgatory exposes. Yes, on the night of question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And the bold baddies they claim to be opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street. Eh? Take it easy there, Governor! You're gonna land us in the soup! We had a deal! You weren't gonna get them details! Tell him, Scully! Set up the bloke straight! I have nothing to add. But he knew, did he? Von Sheik knew that their testimonies would certainly expose the extent of their crimes. It would seem now that I owe my learned Niptine's friend a word of gratitude. What do you mean? What I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact. To what fact are you referring, Lord Von Sheep? It has been established at the point of their arrest a single gunshot has been fired from the brother's gun. However, if that shot is found in the target, Mr. Sholmes, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the perpetrator of the victim. Ah! Ha! Knew it! I two men had no material connection to the murder at Mr. Wimbinky at all. That's it. That's it! We have nothing to do with it! Just gonna pause this here because I'm gonna use this as the part of the screenshot for the... We didn't ask! We didn't do it! That's what I'm looking! Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, and perjury, and let us not forget, attempted murder. Quite the catalog, eh, fellas? We're in for it now, brother. Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. It would seem the man that patronizes the pawnbroker in question someone regularly. Where's he going with this? Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with electronic machinery. Yes. Eccentric system! And now you're in for it now, Givenchy! You got this iris all mad! Not me. Don't give me that look. He installs a pair of machines like these at the victim's shop. I forgot about them. Fucking shit. I forgot about these security measures he added. Crap! Oh. Holmes, you fucker! Oh! That's one of Hurley's red-handed recorders. What's that, Counsel? It has the appearance of a photographic compartment. As your lordship has summarized, it's indeed a camera attached to a small timing device. Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if the thief were to break into the shop, he would be caught red-handed. The prosecution obtained the photographs taken by the device on the question night. As the court will observe, copious identical prints were produced in the quite delusionary fashion. Rather practical, I feel. In fact, there were two such devices in the victim's shop. If I may refer to the court to the plan of the premise, the represent positions are here and here. You say these cameras produce the prints every half hour. I'm afraid I failed to see it. How that would help if the anticipated thief conducts his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals. One can only pray that it would be criminals linger. It would be criminals linger, my lord. On the night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught in camera. That's a bit of fire truck there, brother. Little luck to the left, Shulkin. Witnesses, at what time did your trespassing begin? Must have been just after 1. Right, bro? Must have been must have been. Yeah, just gone 1. In which case, minutes before these brothers entered the establishment, what scene might expect to see within the shop? Let us examine the evidence. Good lord! It's the defendant. Gina, this ain't looking good. Miss Gina Lottestray. As the court can clearly see, Gina, this isn't looking good for us. This isn't looking good. This isn't looking good. Nope, not at all. The accused is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the counter shop. No doubt cornering the perpetrator to open this door to the storage room. Quite. One can only be too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, Captain. Please. Ugh. My thoughts exactly, Renosuke. I don't believe it. In short, the accused is the only person who possibly could have killed Mr. Wimbing. I say, my lord. Jury number... Mr. I forgot your name! Jury number 1! Please? I wonder if I might put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a badly bullet to the knee in the Battle of Melford in 1880, don't you know? Decorated for it all and that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Of course, the medal can never outshine the explosive chaps like us at the battle. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battlefield after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now, leading this small squadron, 6 men, good and true. And we'll go down together, you mark my words. One for all and all for one. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached their agreement, have they? Is that what we are to understand? Jury number 1! In matter of speaking, yes. This Jabula Squadron position start. What? No! It's too soon to make judgment here! That your report is to the court, men. On the double! His lordship insists on preliminaries at all times, and that goes for decision-making, too. I think you'll find that the truth is as clearly as day now. I can reach out and touch it. I haven't left it in here. I just wouldn't. But in all honesty, I can't actually remember. Situation clear. Stop. No room for this debate. The truth is now undeniable. Stop. I am very sorry, brothers. They are really unlucky. Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury to say his or her leaning on the matter. And that's your considerable verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
No! I write my right to summatation examinations. It does indeed appear the jury is anonymous in leaning it already. That photograph. It must be the dependent evidence that Gregson mentioned. But Ginny didn't shoot him. No, of course not. My lord. wishes to assert its right to a sanitation examination. Very well. The court grants permission. So, you refuse to admit defeat again. How? Unsurprising. I don't know the word meaning of the defeat! You foolish fool! You think I'm smart enough to know what defeat means? We shall proceed immediately with the summatation examination. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my champs. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on which grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. The jurors conjecture. All the evidence clearly points to the finger of guilt at this young pickpocket lean. As the housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly, rigorously eliminated. I think you'll find if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth just pops out. If I had left it in there, I think there will be repercussions by now. Mine made up. Stop. Global radio transmission. A verdict to follow. Stop. In Motherland, we never judge by clothes, judge by hand. I, Cowan brothers, are innocent. I like his mouse. The circumstances of the crime and the evidence do implicate the defendant rather incomparatively. The storage room, locked from the inside, which the victim and the accused were found discovered alone. In the accused's hands, the fatal revolver, the firing which has heard by these witnesses. Not to mention, this print. Taken from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl is on the verge of pulling the badly trigger. Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes. Did real great for me. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the water and I'm gonna go blow my nose or stuff because I don't know. I'm getting a little sick. I don't know if you can hear it or anything, but we'll be right back. have made this trial a lot harder than it needed to be. Oh dear. Hurley's cameras were supposed to help, not hinder. I'm afraid I think you'll have an uphill struggle ahead of you. Yeah, thanks, Your Honor. Your Honor. But Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windbanger. Which means there's more to the situation than we have yet to see. Agreed. You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summatation examination. Defense's rebuttal. Well, the evidence is clearly... Oh, wrong button.
Hold it!
You're Mr. Natsion's landlord, Mr. Gilbert, aren't you? We really must stop meeting like this. Ah, you're the Lord chap. Well, there's an upturn for the Bucks. Yes, rather turbulent time we had back then. You gave me a lot of stress that day. Some extraordinary events took place at your house. Yeah, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of all of it. We are not accusing your wife of murder. I think we did a rather lot for you, didn't we? I mean, obviously. I wouldn't be suggesting that, therefore, or you should change your leaning to not guilty or anything. Can't be denied, I suppose. The accused of the Gallagher's house was the talk of the town after that business. Lodgers moved out. I couldn't get a Bally sold to take up the attendance fee. Oh. My bad. But wouldn't anyone want to be in the house of the... Haven't had the heart to break it to Joni yet. Bad enough that the old girl clocked up. Yes, can't be denied. You did rather a lot, but not for us. That's for dash certain. I suppose not. Of course. There can be no suggestion that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously. But honestly, I really wish you paid more attention to the trial, and less to juror number 2. He has a fetish for maids, doesn't he? I'm not suggesting anything. You guys can leave your own imagination with this, but I'm not saying that as a headcanon or anything. That is definitely not a headcanon. It could be your headcanon if you want to say Mr. Galbin has a maid fetish. As a housemaid, I should like to see all the filthy eyes are promptly and regularly eliminated.
Hold it!
Polishing the bench, I see. Again. A day's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? On my way to mark his lordship for his marshal, I have to pass through these lands. The place is full of beggars, pickpocket officers, craftsmen, the scum of the earth. A little harsh, perhaps. Let me be plain. If it was up to me, all those black scum would be made the spick and span or eradicated. At least we had people like the great detective working to achieve important goals. You're referring to Herlock Sholmes. That's right. I'd like to keep abreast of his exploits, reading Mirandus magazine in my duties. He does wonders cleaning up London's streets. In my opinion, he should be declared as an honorary maid of the capital. Mr. Sholmes, a maid. You know what? To be fair, if anyone wants to do me a favor, and DM, I think my DMs on Twitter are open. Mr. Shope's in a maid dress. Just putting that in there for you. I think May Day has passed, but it's really quite unforgivable. Cutter scum have the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective. Yes, I do agree. Those two fuckers did make the night interesting. Minor detail, it was the two brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Strong, not the defendant. A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned. Well, it might just be an idea to get our facts. Yes, all right. I amended my statement. Shall amend my statement. Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should be swinned for shooting the great detective.
Hold it!
I agree with you. The shooting of Mr. Sholmes is an unforgivable act, especially right in front of his lawyer friend and his judicial assistant friend. But the purpose of this trial is to determine who shot the prom broker, Mr. Woodman. I'm afraid you're splitting hairs, sir. Sorry? Whether it was the thieves or the pick purse, it was still a gutter trash that shot at the pawnbroker in the end. Filth that should be cleaned up and eradicated. In my considerate opinion. Thanks so much for sharing. Changing this maid's mind isn't gonna be easy. Was it the last time? Rono? It was one of those two brothers that shot Hurley, wasn't it? Yes, without question. Well then, I never forgive them. Oh, Iris. Perhaps we can use this maid's statement to help us showcase, don't you think? Yes, maybe. Let's listen carefully to what each juror has to say first. I think you'll find that you're looking at the photographic in stereo, the truth just pops out.
Hold it!
What do you mean, look at the photographic stereo? Sorry, what? Don't you know? Don't you? We need two, don't we? Sorry, still can't cross my eyes. If you look at the photographic prints normally, it looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously.
Objection!
But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun. I'm saying that if you look at the same print in stereo, it could reverse all sorts of new information. By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Oh, how did you know? Let's call it a lucky guess. Never gets old seeing the two prints emerge into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary. It's captivating. The height of modernity. Yeah, you can definitely tell this game is not in modern day. Of course. Oh yes, I think you'll find that stereoscopes are here to stay, giving us new perspectives that we can only dream before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. Only if it could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you. Oh, need another. If I left it in there, I should be able to. It'd be a repression for now.
Hold it!
Exactly what have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere, or something like that. Ah, sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon. Probably. A surgeon! That totally passed me by. Of course, people conducting surgeries in this country aren't supposed to be doctors. Oh no. are forefront of medical science, the real brains in the field. So what's that? So what is it you think you've left behind? Oh, well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Stranger things went through the abdomen. But when I finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. What? Did he? Certainly not. Exactly, certainly not. You say yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? God damn it, Renesca, you have such an expressive face. That's what's been troubling me this whole time. But I couldn't really left my scalpel inside the fellow's bellow. No, of course I couldn't. Turn number 4, I have a question for you. Was this person you were operating on yesterday happen to be Mr. Sholmes? That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. That's exactly my concern. Seeing the case appears to be all shown up. I just need to focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure. I'm sure you need to be more sure. My made up. Stop. Global radio transmission of verdict to follow. Stop.
Hold it!
Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean? Are you from the Far East? Stop. Yes, from the Empire of Japan. All communication with foreign Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail steamers would take more than a month to complete the journey. But now we have the electronic telegram. We can send messages using electronic signals. Thousands of miles of cable have been laid along the ocean beds, connecting the entire world. Thousands of miles of cable on the ocean bed? It makes my head hurt just thinking about it. You're well informed, young lady. The cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop. And just when I was starting to catch up. Radio transmissions are the future. Stop. Message carried over airwaves for 4 corners of the globe. Stop. Excitement growling. Stop. Atmospheric to electric. Stop. Right. Try not to wear out your finger. Air of wireless topology. Stop. Driving technological resolution. Stop. And people say inventions like the stereotype or highlights of technology. Utter piffle. I can understand it. I can't really. Silly toys. Juror number 3, what do you have to say?
Excuse me.
Juror number 3! Sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming. But... What?! Did you perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As I couldn't guess. Oh, you bet I do! Say that again! Go on! I dare you! Goodness, are you talking to me? I think you just might be, yes. You think stereotypes are just toys, do you, huh? Absolutely. I mean, really. A machine to view photographics in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional. What a great way to appease the men. Hold on, just 1 second. great way to appease the man. No, I'm sorry. Stereotypes are no practical use at all. You just don't know! Pardon? I think you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously gonna have to demonstrate. What sort of possibilities? Well, take the crime scene, for example. If you had a pair of photographs of the crime scene that you could view through a stereoscope, it could reveal hidden clues that you never noticed before. What? Iris? Have you got any ideas, Reno? Any prints that we could show with the stereoscope? The stereoscope? Oh. You only have... We have two... Sure. How about this print here? It should do the trick, I think.
Take that!
Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying that you can do this with any two suitable photographic prints? Of course I can. Very well then. I would like you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to. Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all.
Take that!
Wait! Sorry! What do you mean, one more print? Oh dear, don't you have these in the Far East? Don't you know about how stereoscopes work? Oh no! What? You need 2 photographs for the stereotype, remember? You know, one for the left eye and one for the right eye. Oh yeah. I remember now. No, but the prints we have from the pawnbrokery is just a normal photograph. No. I think you'll find that the clues isn't in the name. It's a stereoscope, not a monoscope. You'd always need 2 prints. Thanks for the friendly explanation. Well, if we obtain another print at some point later in this trial, you can always show it to this young man then. Ha 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 ha! I think you'll find that you'll know the all expressions really starting to annoy me. The know-it-all expression is starting to annoy me. Let's get things back on track, shall we, Council?
Hold it!
Can it really show new clues, though? Don't know unless you try! How about this print here? Should do the trick, I think. What if I just...
Take that!
Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying that you can do with any 2 photographs? No.
Take that!
Wait! Okay. Alright, jury number 6. I'm sorry I have been kind of leaving you out of all of this.
Hold it!
Please tell me you're not violent, both weak. The Russian revolutionary. You know who Sholmes thought I was at first. Revolutionary? Da! I believe there's such a rumor. It's just a rumor. As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. Just wanted to point that out. People call me a revolutionary murderer, advocate, rat. Which well fits. Good day. I wish in visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take the bus to Crystal Towers, please. Right. That didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts. To be treated like vicious criminal all the time was very painful. People do not realize. So I have such empathy for these brothers. People say they are criminals, but one's only criminals only because how they look. They look the Skull brothers. Ah, maybe they went inside the pawnbroker shop, but they had done nothing wrong. That's all I wanted to say. The Skull brothers did nothing wrong that night. Alright, well, first of all, that's one that's a little misunderstanding I need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris. What is it, Rono? The jurors are chosen at random for the inhabitants of London town, are they? Yes. Amazing, isn't it? In that case, how is it that there is a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks like the world, looks for all the world like a revolutionary? I wish I knew. If I can change the minds of more than half the jurors, the trial will be over. But we know that Ginny would never shoot it. Yes, so we need to find contradictions in the jurors say and put them against each other. I must be ready to get whatever lengths I have to convince the Motinas. The evidence further points that the brothers are the scum of the earth. Did they spawn for the great? Wait! Jury number 6.
Objection!
Those two statements are clearly contradicting each other! Good lord! Counsel, explain yourself! Oh my statement? Contradictory? Jury number 6. You got the wrong end of the stick. I do not have a stick. I have mouse. I do not have stick. I have mouse. That is my favorite line of this entire game so far. As jury number 2 said earlier, when the Sculptor brothers fought the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver. Yes, they shot poor Mr. Sholmes in the abdomen. I think I understand. Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear. Abdomen. Sir? Sorry. My English is still learning. Are you telling the court you didn't hear? Forgive me, I did not hear. Here's the word. Abdomen. Part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If that's what you mean, you should say it in plain English. I'm Russian, not a native speaker. We thought it was a good idea to let this man be in the jury again. You were telling me that these brothers who look like criminals were lying. They said before we have never done nothing, but the truth is they shot detective. Stop. This is double negative. Yes, that's exactly right. Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by a person who look like criminal. Poor mouse! That is a poor-ass mouse! Coming from you, that seems surprisingly just. This means, when they say we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true? Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so... Enough! I had trust no one now. It's not the mouse's fault, though, sir. I must be with so nice. I must investigate crime scene myself. I'm afraid that won't be... Yes, it is, Rono. Easily. Sorry? Mr. Prince Hurley's red-handed recorder. Ah. If you compare the print that pictures Jenny and the next print a half hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Cooey! Cooey! Mr. Prosecutor! Calling under prosecution in the middle of some sanitation examination of all time. The print shows the accused threatening the victim after she broke in. Is this the one? Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storage room. Meanwhile, the Skulltune brothers entered the shop, similarly hearing the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is the print preceding the camera by half an hour later, after the brothers' flight. So this was taken after Hurley was shot then. As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken. This does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything obviously missing in the second print. So the little brothers who look like criminals only told one lie. They shot man, but they stole nothing. It would seem so, yes. Good. No, not good! You were right. I did not understand the situation. Now I'd like brothers to have lied. I think it's very important that we continue this trial. Yes! Juror number 6. You might be my favorite, because I get to speak in a Russian accent again. Yay! Well done, Rona. The balance is shifting. Well, it's the start, I suppose. But there must be more into what the jurors are saying. I can use to expose the truth. If I can do that, we might just turn the situation to our favor still. Thank you, counsel. Continue with the sanitation examination. You kindly hand that new photographic print to the bailiff as filed as evidence. Yes! Another print in Court Runker. I wonder if we can use makeup that... Oh, juror number 3! In Lake of Lies, there are many to fetch. We must find truth. Therefore, I say not guilty, but hey. Jury number 3, we have another print!
Hold it! Take that!
Alright.
Take that!
There we go. Alright, these two prints were both taken at the same camera and the wind bearing is the night in question. Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nadado, thank you very much. Do you know how stereoscribed images work? Sort of. Do you understand the principle? Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. The left and the right eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in position of some objects. Then when your brain merges the two images together inside your head, it will notice the shift as if it was in depth. Yes, exactly. It's a small shift between the certain objects in the two pictures. It's really important. So what happens if you use two photographs that are exactly the same then? No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not seeing the scene in three-dimensionally anyways. Oh! Oh! Of course! Now I see it! Ah! I think the young girl discovered the secret. I have! And her eyes are crossed. Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me? Have another look at these pictures from Curly's cameras, Rono. Go on! Can you see there's a really obvious difference between them? You know what I should do? I should get a cross eye. Of course there is. There's two people in the first, no people in the second. Well, yes, you can see that straight away. But now, try looking at these pictures in three dimensions. Alright, I'll give it a go. So to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make these two pictures overlap exactly. Aww. Let's see by crossing my eyes if I can make the fill of each picture overlap in the middle. Wait. Well, did you manage to see it properly, Rono? Not really. I'm not very good at this. That's the trouble. Oh, don't worry. I have just the thing. I happen to bring this with me. A portable stereoscope. I know I mentioned this yesterday, but if you have that contraption with you from the outset, you could have saved me from staring at Mr. Woodbane and Tina. I hate them all the time. And you remember, that is much more satisfying to be able to see the effects with your own eyes. Anyways, why don't we try using this very helpful aid now? Here it goes. Now let's see what we... Wait! Look at that! Ah! That's what's going on with these two pictures? There's something in the corner. They sort of jump out at you. I like how the judge has his eyes crossed. Yes, that's it. You see, that other amazing power of the stereoscope. Other amazing power? Someone's gonna have to explain this black magic, eh? What the deuce is something of the things out of the corner seem to jump out of him? I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope and you answer your own question. Basic principle of the stereoscope? As I said before, if you try looking at the two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. The slight shift in positions are certain objects that let you see the pictures three-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, this shows actually that there must have been a slight shift in their position. with this whole crossed eyes business now, I say. But why the devil does the shift between the two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fellow? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master. What? Me? I haven't the first idea! Look at her! She's the cross-eyed master, and she's only 10! You know, Rono, it's quite simple. It is? Just think through step by step. The first photograph was taken at 1 a.m. And then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of something on the counter appears to have shifted slightly in the meantime. So that means something in the half-hour interval. Someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zonkers! Someone tampered! New information, stop. Not mentioned in testimony so far, stop. Yes. We have a go around in circles a little here. But I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in the summatation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is now clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? Of course. I can tell you right now who's responsible for almost impeccable shift on the corner. It might be. It's Edberg, obviously. Well, Ringo wouldn't be tall enough, wouldn't he? I honestly don't know this answer. Gotta be one of gotta be one of the Skulkin brothers. Let's just go, Ringo. He's older. It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Shulkin brothers. Wait. This does not agree with what the brothers say in testimony. They say they not even have time to pull the Dukes from Lucy Lockett. My phrase book says Duke meaning hands and Lucy Lockett meaning pockets. But this, another lie? Is what you're saying. Yes, I'm afraid so. Now hold there a minute. You can't be sure of that. I quite agree. The accused of a common this is the accused of a common pick purse after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through with things on the desk. Well, to see what she might steal. I think that's unlikely. She would have taken it. And why exactly? As you can see from the form, this photographic print, the defendant was pointing the gun at the victim. It would seem that my learned friend indicated. Wow, now we're stealing Von Cheeks' words, Renosuke? Wow! Indicated that she was coursing with her windbanker to open the storage room door. In other words, Miss Latterstrate's intentions lays within the storage room, not the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. Which points to one thing. The Shulkin brothers have opted the key facts in their testimony. But the accused is a pickpocketer, common gutter trash. But why look any further for wrongdoers there? Here. Because the Shulkin brothers are thieves, madam. No better, in fact, worse than a pickpocket. I believe that these brothers were looking for something in the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the ground that she's a pickpocket, it would not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize the testimonies given against her art by to see. Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from the shady pair. Okay then. You can all see now. I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't in the place things. You'll see it. There is extraordinary potential firsthand. That's after jury. Please, jury number 2. Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase after trial. Stop. We'll return home via Vanger Street. Stop. Jury number 2. I thought you would be one to turn aside. But then again, you are always like this to me. Well, it would seem that this trial has yet to run its course. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their investigations via the mighty scale of justice. I hereby call the summons and examination to conclude with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. 2 lean guilty, 4 lean not. Accordingly, the jury, without consent, I order this trial to continue. Yay! Well done! Oh, by the way, what? You should hold on to this right now. You'll never know when it might come in useful. Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely, but alright. Lord Von Cheek, you will instruct the witnesses at the court to demand additional testimony from them. I'm sure it won't spoil the feat to do. I've won myself another chance to probe that pair out of their activity that night. I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent. But we'll have to figure that we'll conclude. We will I'm sorry again for the shorter stream, guys. Don't worry, Saturdays will be longer because we are gonna finish the trial. Yes, we're gonna. We're actually gonna stop the trial here. Well, stop the stream, I should say. So, that's it for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. For tonight, I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry, I am a little sick, so that's kind of also why I kind of want to keep tonight shorter. So it's a definite yes, definitely. I want to keep this stream shorter, but we'll be back. I'll be back Saturday, most likely. Sorry, I want the music. So yeah, we'll be back Saturday for the end, the conclusion of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Not the Chronicles, just Adventures. We'll probably won't be finishing the Chronicles until sometime in 2023 because I'm probably gonna be doing episode 1 this year, but then the rest of the game in 2023 because I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I'm taking a break from December 23rd to the new year from streaming. I might pop into other people's collabs, but that would be about it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just pause the music then. And just so that I can go work on rating people. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, part of what's gonna happen So yeah. So I'm gonna. So the plan is to finish Adventures tonight. Well, Saturday, and then next week we'll do chapters 7 and 8 of Condemned Criminal Origins, and then we'll start episode 1 of Resolve, and then from there, and then with Resolve, after Resolve, but after, and then the following week we'll do the last 2 chapters of Condemned Criminal Origins, and then the last part of episode 1 of event of Resolve, and then that following week, Tuesdays through Thursday, we have a 3-part event series that I will be making note of. I'll just say this: it has something to do with Christmas. But definitely keep an eye out on Discord and Twitter for any announcements of the future. Like I said, I do plan on sharing what it is, but I do want to make a graphic for it soon. So I'm just finding a raid target who we can raid quickly. Okay, so we're gonna be raiding Antaret. So enjoy yourself. Enjoy the interviews they're conducting right now, and I will see you all on the flips. See you guys Saturday for the end of Adventures.